Hi teachers, in this video we are going to walk through some tips and tricks for joining Boom cards and how to set up your account so that things are easy for students to access as you begin working. So I'm going to go ahead and click sign in, select I'm a teacher, and then just to make everything easy, I just go ahead and sign in with Google. You can obviously create an email, username, and password as well. So you can import your classroom directly from Google Classroom. In order to do this, you would select Google and then select the name of the account, and then you'd want to locate that class and go ahead and add that class. Now, if you are a teacher that needs to add multiple classes and you have them in multiple Google Classrooms, there is one suggestion I can offer if you are using the free Boom cards, because right now you are more than welcome to use the free Boom cards, but currently the district is not purchasing licenses for teachers for the paid version. So one little hack that you can do if you're not able to add all the classrooms that you need to is temporarily create a Google Classroom in which you invite all of the students that you want to be in there, and then archive that classroom right after you invite all of the students. Because this is not a sync nonstop with Google Classroom, when you import, you'll notice I have 3 students imported here. I actually have more students in that Google Classroom. So you would need to resync the Google Classroom if you wanted to add any other students. So again, if you create a Google Classroom that has everyone on your roster that you need in Boom, import then from Google, select that Google Classroom, and then as soon as you have all those students loaded in that Google Classroom, go back and take and archive that classroom so it's not a confusion to students. Doing that will let you import your whole class at once all into one course in Boom. So once you have all of your students imported through Google, this is probably the easiest way to provide them with activities and things to sign in. I'm going to just head to the library and click a simple activity that is matching. I'm going to quit that. And under action, you have a couple of different options. So you can provide the FastPin for students in Google Classroom, but keep in mind that that FastPin link, if I generate that and paste this in Google Classroom, it expires in 14 days and it does not collect student data. It doesn't require a login, which makes it real easy for practice, but there's no student data collected. Now, the next thing that you can do is you can create the Hyperplay link. The Hyperplay link will prompt students sign in and then play will begin. If you use this Hyperplay link, so we're going to copy this link, and I'm actually going to go into one of my test students here and I'm going to paste that link in. When students get to this and it prompts them to click sign in, they would click sign in and then they would click sign in with Google if you set up their account through Google, and then select their name, say, yes, that's me, and then they would be able to play. So doing this allows students to quickly be able to access. My pictures were a little bit slow to start. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that game. Notice I have that way. The last way that you could potentially have for students to sign in, and you can either post this in Clever as a link or you can post this in Google Classroom, is to actually create a sign-in link for students by bookmarking wow.boomlearning.com/sign-in/students. If you take this and post this either in Google Classroom or in your Clever portal as a bookmark on your teacher page, then when students go to this page, all they need to do is click sign in with Google. And when they click sign in with Google, from there, they'll be able to access their Boom Cards dashboard page, which will have all of the assignments on it. Now, you would want to use this if you're not looking for students to do a specific activity, but maybe want to provide an array of activities, or maybe Boom is being used during centers. So think about which way is best for setup. You do not have to sync with Google Classroom. You can create students' manual accounts. Keep in mind, when you create a student a manual account in Boom, their username and password. So if I can add re-import students here. That's where I bring in more students from Google Classroom. Their username and password assigned by Boom can be changed. You would want to manually change these to their district login information just to make it a little bit more seamless for students. So please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, but hopefully this will help you get started on Boom. Keep in mind, this is for the free version. If you're looking for more data or more classrooms or other features, that version is currently at a cost, and at the moment that is not provided by the district.